Welcome to Kung Fu Minutes. In this program, we're going to begin presenting to you some simple self-defense techniques and methods applied against standard street attacks. It's our hope that this program encourages you, the viewer, to seek out qualified martial art instruction to further your self-defense needs. My name is Tyler Ray, and I'll be instructing you throughout this program. Assisting me is Mr. Dane Kroll. Thank you for your attention, and now let's begin. To begin with, one of the most basic types of attack that you're liable to get on the street is that of a single hand grab. A single hand grab is often a precursor to being bludgeoned with either a weapon or an empty hand attack by an assailant. To begin with, this type of grabbing attack happens in one of two reference points. The first being what's called a parallel grab, where the attacker will reach across to grab you, to pull you into a punch, or pull you into a vehicle or into a group of other attackers. The second that occurs is what's called a cross-arm grab, where you're reaching across like a handshake to grab the individual's wrist. Both of these have some fairly unique details, but we're going to cover the first here for a parallel grab. When Dane reaches across to grab my hand, generally speaking at the wrist, in the trauma of the attack, you're going to want to fight away from the person to break free. Now that would be great, but we're always assuming that the attacker is larger, stronger, faster, and has brought friends, and is armed. Every single worst case scenario you could imagine. That being the case, when I'm grabbed, I want to make sure to pull my elbow into my center, here, to make my grip, my position much stronger. This has the added benefit of weakening his grip. Now again, he grips me firmly from here, and I can't fight free. I want to augment my position by pulling my elbow in. In doing so, I warp the structure of the attacker's body and place his hand in a position where I can reach up, palm up, grasp his hand here at the thumb pad, and gently with Mr. Kroll, wring his arm like a wet towel. This warps the opponent's body structure so that you can strike soft targets of the body, but again, we don't want to do that. In this instance, we simply want to break free so that you can run away. It is incredibly important that when you break free from the attack or able to parry the attack, you get away. You do not stay and continue to bludgeon or attack the attacker. In the eyes of the law, that places you in a bad position. And ultimately, it's about getting away and being safe. So again, as Mr. Kroll reaches forward to grab my arm from here, I pull my elbow into my center. Even in this position, if he were to push me or move me from here, my structure is strong. You can deal with this position. And even if I'm blinded or I can't see him very well, which often happens in a stressful encounter, your vision is minimal, you can reach up and feel where your own hand is, just like a blind person using Braille. I find his arm, gently wring it from my partner, but turn him so that I can begin to apply a technique to drop him, pushing him down, elbowing from here, and then running away. Now that's with, again, a grappling technique that's called a chena, or a lock and seize technique. Oftentimes, things may be so traumatic that a percussion strike would be more applicable. An example being here is when he does grab me, the area here on his wrist where generally a physician or nurse will read for a pulse is the target we're looking for. That region of the wrist is what you're going to take your knuckles and wrap. Many instructors will tell you to rub or needle this, but there's no time for it. Again, when he's coming forward to grab my arm violently, you must strike this region with your knuckles to cause pain and make it easier to break free. So to recap, there are two basic methods with a single hand grab. The first being from here, turning the hand palm up by pulling my elbow into my center, not trying to free my arm using my bicep. Again, using bicep strength would be fine if we were equally matched, but he is a stronger, faster, larger opponent. Here I pull my elbow into my center from here so I can reach up and find his thumb pad. So you can see better from a different camera angle. Let me switch positions with Mr. Kroll. That you can see this is the fleshy part of his hand that we're going to be reaching for. So again, he reaches across to grab my arm. I pull my elbow into my center. I reach up, palm up, so even here I can capture his thumb, even if it's superficial, from here. But instead I want to grab his thumb pad. I reach up from here, grab, and wring the arm.
Even gently, I can drop the person completely to the floor from here if need be. The second one is again from parallel grab, where you are looking for the region of his wrist where a pulse is taken. And you're taking your knuckles right here, just like wrapping a door. You're going to wrap that region of his wrist so it's easier for you to break free and run away. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your attention. We hope that the information presented in this program is of benefit to your self-defense needs and encourages you to seek out qualified martial art instruction. On behalf of myself and Mr. Kroll, thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in other programs.